Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Broadcast Industry National Training Awards 2010.
Well, thank you for that. I hope you maintain that level of enthusiasm, more importantly for our award winners.
I think it's useful to analyse yourself what type of training you're doing. Doing it for National Training Award makes you realise what you've got and also helps you to work on that and build on it and make it better for the future.
So first of all, I want to say to those of you here, our 4 finalists, well done and congratulations for getting this far. To celebrate their achievement, we commissioned a short video on each of them. The first finalist is British Sky Broadcasting. In September 2008, Sky created a new learning infrastructure, the Sky Development Studio.
We didn't set out with a pound sign in mind. You know, the engagement of our colleagues across the business was much more important to us, making training and development more accessible.
And in an organisation as vast as Sky, when you've got 16,000 people, it's really difficult to make sure that there's a consistent approach and a consistent method. And I think what the Development Studio and the personal development programmes have done is make sure that consistency is there across the board.
Our second finalist is Global Radio. A key part of Global's 3-year commercial strategy was to establish a brand new telesales team.
It was very important that we gave them the right training about the brands and about the company that they were being integrated into. We had a very clear plan because it involved a lot of people, so we had a clear plan over 6 days.
Considering it's only been a year, the success we've had in that year, I think we've done really well.
Basically, we've grown the revenues from our business growth events from 1.9 million to 4.9 million this year.
And I think a lot of that is down to when we first started, the training was so good.
Our third finalist is ITV. During 2009, ITV went through a period of transition, putting 600 employees at risk of redundancy.
Back when we made the redundancies, it was a pretty gloomy economic period, and we were really unsure as to what we were going to do. And we'd always done outplacement, and for the first time we thought, is there a different way? And being really focused on making sure that the training we did for people leaving the organisation really equipped them to do new things with their careers.
Within 1 month, 67% of people that had been made redundant had got a new job.
And for the people left in the organisation, making sure that they saw their colleagues treated really fairly in a way that was consistent with our values as an organisation, gave them confidence in the company at the same time.
They made me feel that I left here in a dignified manner. I left here with a good sense of high morale. And that morale is very important for one's ability to get the next job. So I came out of here with quite a spring in my step.
And the last finalist is Lime Pictures. In order to attract industry's next generation of talent, Lime Pictures introduced an innovative media placement scheme.
Action! The ROI for us is, do we feel as a business that we are doing the right thing and that we are getting something back for it? And the fact that we've had over 130 people come through this, the fact that a percentage of those guys have stayed with us, a fact that I know a bigger percentage will come back to us, that to me is enough of a return. Yes, I'm sure I can justify it by saying we've saved on recruitment costs. But actually, if we bring a good person in at a relatively low level through this scheme, and in 5-10 years' time that person has risen through the ranks, that's a pretty efficient way of finding some damn good people in the business.
You don't stop learning here, and that's why it's such a good environment.
They're very willing to go out their way and help you with what you want to do, not just what they want you to do.
It's easy to just go, oh, it's never going to happen, and go off and, you know, become a fishmonger. I think it's if you really want it, just keep going, because there are places that will offer it, such as this.
The success of our industry is, of course, totally dependent on the creativity and the vision and the dedication of people working within it. And I have worked in radio and television for a scary number of years now, but there is one thing which has remained completely consistent, which is the willingness of people to give every ounce of their energy to create the very, very best possible work, as long as they clearly know what they're doing and why, and as long as their talents are properly recognised. So with that, I'd just like to say well done to all of our finalists, because that is exactly what you've done, and the very best of luck, and I'm glad I don't have to choose.
So, you've all been waiting. Let's see what's happened. Well, let's start at Lime, a fantastic piece of work by Lime, and also, of course, Lime is an independent production company, which makes it unique now in terms of the UK Broadcast Awards. The BETR felt, as opposed to the judges of the NTA, felt that the rigorous and structured placement programme was an excellent example of good practice, and we therefore wanted to acknowledge it as such. So we've introduced a Good Practice Award on our own behalf, and we'd like to invite Lime Pictures to come up and receive the first certificate.
Absolutely delighted, really delighted. We work very, very hard at Lime. Our staff are very, very dedicated. We've got such a wealth of experience and they do want to share it. Thank you very much. I'm absolutely delighted. I think it's a recognition that, okay, we might not have got the big award, but it is a recognition of what everybody at Lime is all about.
I think that's what being a bit independent is all about. I think it gives the more chance to give people the opportunity that they wouldn't get anywhere else.
And now to the sector awards. First up is BSkyB, and a broadcast training award for them for creating, as you saw, a complex system. Everyone at Sky now has agreed objectives and a personal development plan, and that is going to, I'm sure, lead to an overall improvement in individual, departmental and business performance. So if other broadcasters weren't already quaking, watch out. So if Stuart and James would like to come up and collect their award.
I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone. We're absolutely delighted. It was a huge team effort, James, myself and many others to develop this initiative, and it's just great that it's making such a positive contribution at Sky, so thanks very much.
Global also commended by the judges on the design and delivery of their Telesales team induction. So Sophie and Matthew, it's up to you.
Thank you very much. We move at a pretty fast pace at Global, and we've been through a huge amount of change in the last 2 years. There's a lot more change to come, and launching the Telesales team was just part of that great change, and we're delighted to be recognised. Thank you.
And finally, ITV, where the judges felt this was again an exemplary transition programme. The challenge was redundancy and how to make a positive from a negative. So Sarah and her colleagues, please come up and accept an award.
Thank you very much to the BETR. Just have to say, last year was a really difficult and challenging year, and I'm really pleased that we were able to make such a positive difference to so many people leaving the company, but also people who stayed as well.
And now to the UK Award for the Broadcast Industry National Training Award. That's tonight's highest accolade, presented to the entry that was deemed not only outstanding but exceptional. The judges felt that of all the entries, the Global Radio Telesales team induction had demonstrated benefits to the individual, the team and the company.
Thank you so much. We're absolutely delighted with this. We're really obsessive about what we do in terms of our development, and we like making it fun. And I think one of the fantastic things about the Telesales induction was it was fun, and that's what made it stick. Thank you very much. In a year's time, I think that we will be even more successful than we are. I hope that we will have retained all our best people and attracted, even more new talent to the business. We're about to launch a whole new raft of technology, cutting-edge technology with iPad deployment, and I'd like to be here winning an award for one of our new training programs, because there's about 3 of them launching in the next few months, so we'll go for the hat trick. Thank you.
It's been enormously helpful to us to gain attention internally to the great work that we do, and then just personally, it's really great. As I said at the time, trainers don't often win BAFTAs or Pulitzer Prizes, but the training award is the one great award that I've won, and I'm so enormously proud of it. So just to get that kind of recognition, it's been personally really great. So I'm a great fan.